What's going on, y'all? Yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all know is that uh, it's hard out here. You know, I'm over this job, like I really am. I got an interview tomorrow, so hopefully, well, not hopefully, so I'm gonna get this one. You know what I'm saying? I really am gonna get this one. I can't really say hopefully, cause then that's bringing negativity towards myself. So I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna get the job. I got an interview tomorrow and stuff. So as long as you know your worth, um, you can accomplish anything. It may not be as easy, cause trust me, if you know how I am out here, I'm really out here, y'all. It's no joke. But all that aside, um, my topic is: Would you would you jump in a pond full of gators? Here's why I say that. Um, I had a conversation with somebody about the Bible, okay, and it was referring to our health. Now, which is my uncle. Now, my uncle, he's one of them type of dudes that where you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know what I'm saying? But we had a conversation, about his health, saying he can't, be around seafood like that. He's actually allergic to it. He had to go to the hospital several times to be around. He can't even breathe around it. When I cook it, he can't even breathe around it. He can't even be around it. Can't touch or any of that. Like he got it at an early age though. He was 26 when it started happening. So yeah, it nearly killed him. His throat swelled up. He started having allergic reactions. Yeah, it could have killed him though. And then he was referring to the Bible and stuff, saying how they how they tricked us into calling something into not calling something unclean, knowing it's not good for your health, knowing it ain't good for you to eat, knowing it's not good for your body at all, knowing it ain't good for the soul. If you read the first chapter of Genesis, 29th verse, it'll show you that you're only supposed to be eating the herbs from the earth, the trees that bear fruit. You know what I'm saying? Vegetables. You know what I'm saying? That which is from the ground. You know what I'm saying? Healing herbs. Anything that you can eat, heal is from the earth. As far as fruit, vegetables, berries, any of that. You know what I'm saying? Those are the natural cures. Shit, for any disease. If you read the Old Testament, it'll tell you all the vegetables and the healing herbs that cure certain diseases. That's why you have to actually read the Bible before you start going around quoting it. You know what I'm saying? So I had a conversation with my uncle the other night saying all that lobster, crabs and shrimp, pigs, all that is bottom feeders. They're all bottom feeders. Okay? They will eat their own shit to make sure that the earth is clean. They're the janitors of the earth. Okay? They bring in the residue, raw, maggot food stuff, man. Rotten stuff. Debris, manure. Anything laid out, they will eat it. They're like a garbage disposal in in the sinks that you got in your houses. You can't do that, man. And like my uncle was saying, he had a conversation saying that when Satan God was rebuked out of a human, they got into the pigs, which that's misquoted all day, every day. Like I said, you have to read it before you start quoting it, y'all. So basically, I explained it to him the right way, due to my research and all that. He keeps saying, but then he will fight me, just like y'all will fight the minister of wellness, Nathaniel Jordan, Y'all can look him up. Y'all fight him every time about your health, man. He was saying don't call anything unclean. He was saying that's a Muslim religion. But as I was explaining it to him, I told him, I said, if you actually pay attention to the scripture, you're not supposed to be eating that either, no matter what religion. And if you actually read the Bible, it will tell you that it wasn't talking about food. It was talking about the Gentiles. The Gentiles were unclean. They were filthy, dirty people. That's why the Jews hated them. You know what I'm saying? And they said if you change your diet, okay, change the way you live, the way you clothe yourself, you will no longer be unclean. They were talking about people. It wasn't talking about food. Okay? That's why you gotta read it before you start quoting it. So it said that this Jesus dude came in and said that shit, don't call anything unclean. Okay, if you actually pay attention to the scriptures, everyone thought he was cuckoo. Only 12 people liked him. Okay, there's two sides of the story in every book of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Now you have one which is from the Most High himself. From the Most High himself telling you what to eat, not to eat. Okay? That's gonna save your life, your soul, your spirit. Okay? But then you got someone that'll tell you to do the total opposite. He tell you to go over there and eat exactly what he told you not to eat. Which is why I bring up the gator situation. I said, whoa, don't go in there, man. There's gators in there. You actually see the gators in the damn pond. So now that he sees, now he knows not to go in there. But then you got another motherfucker that tell you to go in that same pond he told you not to go in. And you go jump in it. And then when people that eat these bottom-feeding stuff, as it catches up to you, when you get older, you start getting blood clogs, you start getting high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I mean, you won't be able to think properly. It messes up your way of thinking. They'll reduce a lot of saturated fat, start blood clots. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Anybody seen the movie Soul Food? My sisters and my mom used to watch that shit a lot. I hated that movie. But look what they were eating. All that pork chop, pork grinds, and chitlins and shit. Come on, man. I mean, seriously. All the ham hocks and neck bones and pig, bruh. And then she was eating so much of that stuff the way it caught her, where she caught diabetes and no blood was circulating through her leg, and she had to get it off, and then fell into a coma, then died. And guess what they had after open fasting? The same shit that put her in her early grave. And you wonder why people don't move the way they want to move when they get older, because of the shit that they're eating. And this is why come on, man. This is why you don't see me going around quoting stuff, because I always research things just to make sure that I'm right. So how can you say the Muslim faith is wrong and you haven't studied it? How you gonna say Hinduism religion is wrong and you haven't studied it? How you gonna say Buddhism is wrong and you haven't studied it? You're not even sure about your religion. You can't even think without it. Okay? And plus, my uncle has had an early reaction about that. When he was 26, and he's still believing in that shit. But see, y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand. It has been tampered with. Okay? That book has been tampered with. It says, do not add anything nor change anything in the written book. When them colonizers came into every African nation, of course, they stole, killed, raped. Yeah, we all know that. But they also took our original book that we are the original writers, people. We are the original writers. They added in their own shit from the King James Version. This is why the Nation of Islam hated King James, because he went in there and rewrote everything, messed up their stories and added his stuff in there. You can look up yourself, and he was a fucking pedophile. Look it up yourself, y'all. Don't take my word for it. But look though, so when they brought us over here to America, they had us eating half-cooked pork, raw pork. If you are a field Negro, that's what they had you eating. And it was unhealthy. People started getting worms and people were getting sick, people were dying. But at first, it didn't bother us because we were out in the sun. We generate energy from the sun, black people. And we were able to sweat that off. So it really didn't bother us that much until we got older and it started to creep up on it because all that raw stuff, all the maggots and that dangerous bacteria running all through your body, people ended up getting sick and dying. I mean, come on. Now these days, you start to feel bloated, you feel discombobulated, and then you fall asleep. I don't want to fall asleep after I'm done eating. I want to be. People eat food to get some energy, not to fall asleep. What the fuck? So that should tell you something, y'all. That shit has been tampered with. We just suck on a wet mop. An oyster and mussels, they're mops. I haven't had shell food in a minute. I haven't even had any oysters or mussels. I've never been a fan of crabs or lobster. I don't like crack with the shell and the shit. No. Nah, the turkeys, they're 100% vegan. They eat berries and seeds and shit. And so do chickens. Now, I had a homeboy say that chickens are volunteers too. No, they're not. They eat seeds just like they don't eat their own shit. I had to tell him that. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to go completely vegan, people just eat fish, no dairy stuff, and yeah. They'll just drink smoothies and shit. But yeah, y'all, you gotta think about this shit. And there was a dude in the comment section on another channel who said, what about, I believe he was talking about Timothy 5:1? Yeah, I'll have to look back at it. But he was saying something similar to what my uncle said. But he said he wasn't talking about food. He was talking about you changing your diet. Okay? That's why you have to actually read the Bible before you start talking about it. It was saying anything from the earth, you see, yeah, the animals are made to help you work around the farm, not for you to actually be eating. Read the Bible before you start talking about it. Or going around quoting it, man. Like, for real. So, this is the thing, y'all. Always study. Study to show thyself approved. Before you start going around thinking you know everything, man. Because, and this is the thing. If y'all don't know the truth by now, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? So get out of that delusional shit and start doing your own research, man. Because if you don't, you're going to keep getting duped. So don't jump in a pond full of alligators, y'all. Don't do it. Because you will die. A horrible, painful death. So that's pretty much all I got to say. Peace, y'all.